my son when the wedding was. My daughter-in-law smirked and said, "Oh, it already happened last night. It was a VIP-only event. I never thought I'd live to see the day my own son and his wife looked me dead in the eye, told me I wasn't family enough for their wedding, and then had the audacity to demand the keys to my $5 million home as if I were already dead. But that day came, and it broke something inside me. Until I realized it was finally time to break free. I was 71, standing in my own kitchen, clutching the edge of the marble counter so hard my knuckles were white. It was the only thing keeping me from collapsing. My daughter-in-law, Monica, looked straight at me, a smirk playing on her lips. Her words cut deeper than any knife. "Oh, we got married last night. It was for VIPs only." For a second I thought my hearing, which isn't perfect anymore, had failed me. But the cruel curl of her lips told me she wanted me to hear every single syllable. My son, Ethan, stood beside her, silent, shifting uncomfortably, his gaze fixed on the floor. My hands trembled, not from age but from pure raw shock. VIPs only, and I, his mother, wasn't one of them. You have to understand, for the last 3 years I'd been covering their rent. $1,800 a month. Every single month. That's 36 checks, totaling a staggering $64,800. I had even paid for Monica's wedding dress. A lavender gown with sequins that Ethan himself picked out from a boutique. $1,200 on my credit card. I bought their groceries, sent them small gifts, even paid for Ethan's car repair when the engine gave out. In total, it was nearly $77,500. And yet, when it came to the most important day of his life, my son let me find out after the fact. Monica's eyes glimmered with something colder than diamonds. "It was family only," she repeated, her tone dripping with satisfaction. "The real family." I looked at Ethan, my heart in my eyes, silently begging him to correct her, to say something, anything. But he just lowered his gaze to the floor, hands stuffed in his pockets. My heart cracked right then and there. In that agonizing moment I finally realized what I had been all these years. Not a mother, not a human being with feelings, but a bottomless vending machine. Then came the call. 3 days later the phone rang. Monica's voice was sharp and casual, like she was ordering takeout. "We're ready to move in. Did you send the keys to the villa yet?" "The villa? My villa?" "The home Harold and I built together on the Florida coast, worth $5 million, with wide glass doors that open to the ocean breeze. That house wasn't just property. It was my sanctuary, my safe place after Harold passed. The garden where I planted roses. The dining room where I still set 2 plates, even though one seat had been empty for years." I pressed the phone closer to my ear. "Excuse me. The keys," she repeated, impatient. "To the villa. Ethan and I are ready to move in. It's time you let us start our life there." For a long second I couldn't breathe. The nerve, the sheer arrogance. They had excluded me from their wedding, humiliated me, and now they thought they could just take over the very roof above my head. My lips curled into a bitter smile. My voice, calm but steady, surprised even me. "Oh," I said softly. "Didn't I mention the condition?" There was silence on the line. I could almost hear her stiffen. She hadn't expected resistance. For years I had written checks, answered every call for money, nodded whenever Ethan begged. "Just this once, Mom." But this time was different. I hung up the phone and sat at the dining table. I looked at the polished wood surface, once a place for family meals, now littered with receipts, bills, and numbers. This table was no longer about love. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.